Yes. It is time now for our big. All right. Enough. Get the crowd. Where the audience? Time now on this show to get all festive. Forget the world is in a complete lockdown. Pray for Christmas miracle. That means I can go down the pub. Simon, do you remember Wetherspoons? It came up on my Facebook timeline. The last time I was in a pub was December 2019, and you and me were in. We were in East London. That was the last time I was London. Well, yeah, we were in the city. We were in the city. In Wetherspoons.
Good times.
Good times. Party. Remember this? I think we were pretending to be doormen at the pub, actually. Well, hopefully this will put a smile on your face. A bit like Tiny Tim being given a shilling to go and buy a prize goose for the whole Cratchit family. This year,
Governor.
Yes. God bless you. This year in my house, it's going to be the same old chicken in a basket and diamond white cider. It's time for our Christmas special this week. The quiz, the final quiz of the year, very festive, our big fat Christmas quiz. I am playing the role of Quizmaster and also Santa Claus. So later I will be coming down somebody's chimney and filling a stocking or two. But that's my problem. This year our grand Christmas prize is a picture of Santa's very own car. This is the prize. Now, obviously, he doesn't deliver presents in this car. He just used this for commuting around the North Pole when he's got to go out and buy a few odds and sods. Joining us this year is the young man who's hoping Santa will make his dreams come true and give him Megan Fox's phone number, which I believe is 8375309. I don't know why I know that. There's also Tommy Two-Tone's number. Anyway, welcome, Simon, of the Royal Borough of Enfield. Is it a Royal Borough? It should be.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. If they can make Staines a Royal Borough, they can make Enfield a Royal Borough.
Yes.
Are you ready for your quiz?
I am. I'm excited about this one. End of year quiz.
Super smashing great. Then we'll begin our big fat Christmas quiz here on Car-Boyz. First off, which is the world's first purpose-built motorsport track? Which was the world's first motorsport track purpose-built? Was it A, Silverstone? Was it B, Brooklands? Or was it C, Monaco?
Oh, well, Silverstone was an airfield originally, so it wouldn't be Silverstone. And Monaco, I'd have thought, was streets. So I would say down the road, Brooklands.
You are correct, and that's the state of Brooklands currently. Yes,
I know. I've walked up that banking
site in Surrey. What is it called? There's a famous name for this, the Hedge or the Edge or something. The site in Surrey was opened in 1907, although closed during World War World War II, I should say. It's used as a test and historic track today following lottery funding. And if you are in the UK, or from the UK, you can go to Brooklands and there you can have a test drive in a few cars. And yes, they used to bank proper old school cars in that. So correct.
And also, just next door to that, that's where they assembled parts for Concorde, and they've got a Concorde there that you can visit.
So you can have a really fun day out. Yeah, for you, that's like a proper porno day out, seeing cars and planes. Question 2 in our big fat Christmas quiz. Which motor manufacturer also made and makes condiment dispensers? Which motor manufacturer makes condiment dispensers? Is it Subaru or Subaru? Is it B, Fiat, or is it C, Peugeot?
I know what this is because I've been in a motorway service station and looked at one of these, and underneath it says Peugeot.
Yes, was of course Peugeot, who melts salt and pepper grinders. I did not know this, but the family business that preceded the current Peugeot company was founded in 1810 in France. They manufactured coffee mills, bicycles, and salt and pepper mills. Some would say actually better quality than their cars.
Yes, it won't fall apart after 5 years.
I looked this one on the internet. It's £150 for two of these. What? But I was in Southeast Asia a few Christmases ago, and we were in a very expensive French restaurant, and the salt and pepper grinders were Peugeot, and they weighed a ton. It's the sort of thing, you buy one of these, you're never going to need to buy another one.
Yeah.
You could do what Simon does, and just steal them from the motorway service station. Carrying on, in 1939, so 2 out of 2. In 1939, Bentley Corniche. The 1939 Bentley Corniche failed to make it into production. Why did the 1939 Bentley Corniche fail to make it into production? Was it A, Rolls-Royce owned the Corniche name? Was it B, it was seen as too rakish for the time? Or was it C, a Luftwaffe bomb was dropped on the only prototype as it waited at Dieppe docks in France to be shipped back to the UK?
Ooh. So that was so. Yes, there was a Rolls-Royce Corniche. What was the second option?
It's seen as too rakish for the time.
Too rakish. Oh, I don't know about that. But the docks in France showing, yeah. I would go for Rolls-Royce own the name.
I'm afraid the answer was C. The Germans dropped a bomb on the only prototype as it awaited.
Of all the places they could have done.
Exactly, at Dieppe docks in France to be shipped back to Britain. Actually, what did happen to this car? It was crashed in France, and then the crashed model was supposed to be shipped back, and then the Germans finished it off with a bomb. Who owns Rolls-Royce at the moment? Isn't it the Germans?
Yes.
They own everything else. Isn't it BMW?
Yeah. Also, I think that car is in better condition than the Dacia that we saw earlier on.
Actually, you could buff that out. If that has had a bomb drop on it, it shows to prove what a fantastic build quality that they did in the Bentley Corniche. The original was shipped back to the UK, then it's been destroyed in France. But fast forward to 2019, and volunteers from the W.O. Bentley and Sir Henry Royce Memorial Foundation decided to bring in the big thing back to life. Bentley itself bought the project in-house, and that's what it looked like in the end. And the auspices of Mulliner. What a beautiful car that was made last year, 2019. So 2 out of 3, but it's still good to go. Question 4: what was unusual about the door bins of the Lancia Stratos? What was unusual about the door bins of the 1970s Lancia Stratos? A, they didn't have any door bins. B, they were detachable. Or C, they could hold crash helmets. I will show you a picture of the Lancia Stratos, which in my opinion is the most beautiful car of all time. I know.
Interesting.
It's very subject. I just love this car. It reminds me of my childhood. I had one of these, not the original, obviously. I had a toy version of this. And I think it's very cool. Very cool rally car. With the Italia colours, I believe, on it in black.
Yes, it would have been. Yes, yeah. So I don't know about being detachable. That would get rid of some weight.
Yes.
But if you're using them for rallying, you'd want to put somewhere where you put in notes. I think it probably did have them. Yep. So I'm going to say you could put crash helmets in them.
You are correct. Hey. They were designed to put crash helmets in them. Well, look at that.
Oh, wow.
You could put your crash helmet in there. Also, I think if you're Italian, you could probably get a couple of bottles of wine in there as well.
Probably.
Just saying. So I'm just going to show another picture of this because I do think this is the most prettiest car of all time.
That is. It is.
It's stunning.
Absolutely beautiful.
That's stunning. Yeah. I did see it. I haven't seen an original, but I've seen a copy, which is by a company called Hawk. Went past me down on the Thames a few years ago. It sounded wonderful. So 3 out of 4. Moving. I'll quickly tell you the Stratos Zero prototype was presented to Bertoni by Bertoni in the Turin Motor Show 1970. The passenger compartment contained 2 seats, little room for anything else. Although the 2 storage doors. Storage bins in the front doors had space for drivers' helmets.
Fantastic.
Moving on. Question 5. What do the 4 rings of Audi represent? The German company Audi. What do the 4 rings of Audi represent? And before you say it, it's not strength through joy.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yes. And work won't set you free.
What do the 4 rings of Audi mean?
So, was it A?
Yes.
It was the first car was produced before the 1937 Olympics, and it stole the logo created by the Olympic founder Carl Diem. Was it B, that it represents the 4 companies that came together to form Audi, or was it C, that its founder was a gymnast who excelled at the rings in the 1937 Olympics? So
I'd hope it was C. But I think so. It was Auto Union before it came Audi, but then I'm going to go for B.
It represents the four companies that came together
Yeah.
to form Audi. You are completely
Yay.
correct, and it was. I think we've got Audi, DKW, Porsche, and Vonderer.
I like the last one.
The
Wonder
last one's
Woman
quite
one.
scary, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, and yeah, it goes quite well with a bent cross. On June 1929, the June the 29th, 1932, the initiative of the Sachs State Bank, the Audi Werk, the Porsche Werk, the Stoppauer Motorwerk, and JS Ramusun AG, DKW, merged to form Auto Union AG, later to become Audi. So well done there. Musical question now in a big fat Christmas
Yay.
quiz here on Car-Boyz. Which song does the following lyric appear? I told my girl I have to forget her. I'd rather buy me a new carburetor.
Yes. Do I don't need options.
No,
for
I don't
this.
think there's no options for you here.
As soon as I did this year sport a t-shirt with Harold Shipman on the front.
I told my girl I'll have to forget her. Rather buy me a new carburetor.
New carburetor. Yes, it is. I'm in love with my car by Roger Taylor and Queen. Well, Queen.
That's
written by
correct.
Roger Taylor.
And here is a picture of Roger Taylor, as he looks like now. A song by the British rock band Queen, released on their fourth album, A Night at the Opera, 1975.
Yeah.
The band's only song written entirely by Roger Taylor. There he is.
That's not the entire. No,
I'm sure that's Roger Taylor.
But it was the B-side to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Was it? And so he has written other songs since, but on that album, that was his only song. The song, of course, was written by the band's drummer, dedicated to the band's roadie, Jonathan Harris. But which car did Jonathan Harris drive? Did he drive A, an AC Cobra, B, a Triumph TR4, or C, a Jaguar E-Type?
Ooh, that's tough. He's a roadie, so I can't see him drive an E-Type as much as I want him to.
Yeah.
To be, I would say a Triumph TR4.
You are correct.
Yes.
The song about roadie Jonathan Harris. Jonathan Harris was the roadie who drove a Triumph TR4. I'm in love with my car, of course, written by drummer Roger Taylor. Here's another picture of Roger Taylor. I think he was busy doing his medical degree there.
He was studying to be a dentist.
He was.
Not a doctor, but he was studying to be a dentist.
Open up your mouth and take the vaccine, I think is what he used to say to people. And number 8, what cars were produced at the BMW factory? At the BMW Eisenach factory. What were the cars produced at the BMW Eisenach factory called after World War II, when the factory wasn't relocated, it was sat in East Germany. Germany was divided. The Russians took over ruling eastern part of Germany, and the BMW factory stayed there, still continued to produce cars. What was it, the cars named after the end of World War II, when East Germany, as a DDR, became a separate state? Was it DKW? Was it B, EMW, or was it C, Wertberg MC? Was the factory called A, DKW, B, EMW, or C, Wertberg MC? Bearing in mind it was called BMW before the Second World War.
I think Wertberg MC is some kind of rapper.
Yes.
Like the stereo MCs. DKW.
In the heist.
TKW, or was it EMW? I'm going to take a guess on this one at A.
I'm afraid, hard to believe, but it was EMWs, the Eisenbach Motorworks.
I see what they've done with the logo there.
And that's the car they produced as the Eisenbacher Motorwerk, EMW, in East Germany, manufacturer of automobiles and motorcycles based in Eisenach. EMW also entered the Formula One as a constructor in '53, but participated in only one race, the 1953 German Grand Prix. You see the Chinese were not the first people to steal the original BMW logo. Here they are. That was BYD. who thought they could get away with that. I think BYD are also supplying batteries to London buses now.
They are.
Batteries,
They are.
yes.
They've got badges on the back of the buses. I've seen
But
them.
they don't look like that. Which Formula One? Question 9. So we've got, I think, 3 wrong so far, but you're still on course.
Come on, Santa
You want
vehicle.
to win Santa's smart car with a beard. That beard would be filthy after a few weeks driving around on the roads, wouldn't it? He'd look more like
road salt, everything.
Yeah, it looked more like Charles Manson. Which Formula One driver holds the most titles of today? Question 9. Which Formula One driver holds the most titles of today? Is it A, James Hunt? Is it B, Lewis Hamilton? Is it C, Michael Schumacher? Or is it D, both Hamilton and Schumacher?
Oh, this could be a trick question.
Is it A, James Hunt, B, Lewis Hamilton, C, Michael Schumacher, or D, both Hamilton and Schumacher?
I think James Hunt holds the title of probably shagging the most women around the pit lane.
The most fags.
Yeah. Lewis Hamilton, in theory, has got things like more fastest laps, more things like, but they're not titles.
No.
So it's going to be jointly held with Michael Schumacher at 7 World Championships.
So you're going for D, both Hamilton and Schumacher. You are correct. Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher hold the world record for the most World Drivers' Championships, both of them having won the title on 7 occasions. So obviously there's Lewis Hamilton handily winning after his last race, and Michael Schumacher there as he currently looks in Switzerland. Hopefully he's going to get better soon and not drop the bomb. Fingers crossed. I just got to show another picture of Lewis Hamilton because he's just won Sports Personality of the Year, and I believe is appearing as Buttons in Cinderella in Wimbledon.
Doesn't he need to have a personality to be Sports Personality?
Yes, it would help. Sports Personality of the Year in the UK. A bit of a damp squib, that one. And he pays about as much tax as my 7-year-old daughter. And finally, our contestant on this week's show, Simon Sujuwan, it has been said bears a striking resemblance to the TV chef Ainsley Harriott. So there's a picture of Ainsley Harriott, and you can see he bears a striking resemblance to Simon.
No, he's the guy from the radio guy.
No, that's Ainsley Harriott, isn't it? No,
that's not Ainsley Harriott.
What about this? Isn't this Ainsley Harriott?
That's me. Yes.
That's Ainsley Harriott. Sorry, I thought that was Ainsley Harriott. Sorry, I'm getting confused. But which brand of car we know you drive a Mini?
Yes.
Because you don't drive a car on penis size. If that was the case, I would drive a dinky toy. In fact, I would drive Santa's car. I'd really drive a really long Cadillac. So, what brand of car does Ainsley Harriott, TV chef, drive? Is it A, red tomato, a BMW, or is it B, green pepper, a Mercedes? Which car does this man drive, Ainsley Harriott? A, red tomato, a BMW, or B, green pepper, or Mercedes?
I don't know this one. I'm gonna go for red tomato.
You were so close. The answer, of course, is Ainsley Harriott drives B, a Mercedes. He had a bad experience as a young man with a left-hand drive BMW. And also doesn't like the acronym Black Man's Willie. Never mind. So we know Ainsley Harriott.
That's why I went for that one.
He drives a BMW. You'd have thought he would, but apparently had a bad experience with the left-hand drive BMW. It doesn't matter. You got 7 out of 10.
Yay.
You get to walk off with Santa's vehicle. That should keep you happy.
I'm slightly worried that your printer printed out a picture of me.
Yes. That beard, as we've mentioned, on the road will be very dark. Yeah. Oh, sorry, our music's going everywhere. Let's just hope he can make it to the UK in time to give everybody their Christmas presents. And apparently, according to the WHO, the World Health Organization, Santa Claus cannot catch coronavirus.
Okay. Why?
They announced yesterday. Not sure it's because...
What tip is he in?
Oh, he's Lapland. He's very isolated. I can't believe he's in a tier. There's him and the elves. They're all in the same bubble. Yeah. So fingers crossed that Santa, will be well and be with you. Thank you for tuning in to our Christmas special. We're going to be here at Car-Boyz. It's a happy Christmas. Happy New Year. Have a cool Yule. Stay tuned for our montage of the year. We need to make that our 2020
Yeah, it's all good. It's all, it'll be
Christmas
done.
special. And that'll be coming up on YouTube by the end of the month. Make sure you subscribe, like us. We'll see you in 2021. We might be, well, hopefully we'll still be alive. Fingers
We
crossed.
will be.
I'm going to drink a lot of bourbon in the hope that'll kill off any COVID. What about yourself?
That sounds very good. I might just drink whiskey instead.
Okay, that's good. See you next time. Happy New Year. Happy Christmas.